Hello guys, it's Binger here and welcome to my round 12 review and our round 13 preview. It was a cracking week for me this last week just gone. Scored a whopping 2,151, moved up near on 8,500 spots, as you can see on the screen there, 8,390 into a rank of 20,057. So I had a few things go my way this week, which I was very happy about, but I'm hopeful those players can kick on for the rest of the year and onwards up from there. So if you like my content, guys, keep the support coming because I really appreciate it at the moment. And before I get into my review, I'd like to give a shout out to DR. Thanks, mate, for having me on your live stream on Friday last week. I really enjoyed that. So it's good to show my face on there to your community. So hopefully I can do it again soon. I know. Let's get into our round 12 review. So just off the top, last week trades I did were McGovern and McGovern and Sullivan in for Closey and get this up for you guys. Closey and Garcia, and then on Friday, after I saw the news of I'd already traded Jordan Sweet at this point, but then on the Friday I traded Garcia to Moyle. So with the news that you've seen this week, I'm sure Witsy boy is missing another week for the Suns. So another week of Netty boy playing against my boys. So I'll take his cash and run next week, but we'll get into that a bit later on. So last week had Nick Dacos vice captain. What a man. What a man. 156 every day of the week you're taking that. But as I touched on before with DR and his live stream, that someone in his live stream had inside word possibly of Gallagher going to him, but Gallagher who? Gallagher who is what we're saying at the moment. He was nowhere to be seen on Nick. Nowhere. Just ran rings around him here, there, and everywhere, did what he wanted, kicked two snags. Very much enjoyable. Lukey Ryan. I didn't get to see much of this game, but from all reports, he was doing his usual thing, seagulling off the back flank. Even kicked a long range goal, apparently, so I'll take that. 124. Houston responded back after a poor score last week, so I very much take a 98. McGovern, first day on the job, 113. I take that. I was, as a Saints supporter, I was fist pumping in the air every time sort of we went inside 50, but when he marked, it's like, dang it, McGovern. Oh, wait, he's in my team. Thank you. So, thank you, Jezza. 113. I'll take that every week. Hayden Young, 100. Just keeps chugging on. Thank you, Hayden. I love that. And Alex Sexton, what a man. Dimmer, what a coach. Who even more importantly, to get change this man into a halfback flanker who might be a season keeper for us. So, Dimmer, whatever you're doing up at the Gold Coast, keep doing it, mate, because you're producing wonders for our Supercoach sides. And then, as you can see, Sheasel had the bye and Zach Reed, unlucky. I've held him all year and I'll continue to hold. Out now the rest of the year with his pec injury, so it's bad luck. But rest up, mate. Hopefully, tear up the preseason next year for us, and we can pick you again. The Bond, the Bond, the Bond, the Bond. What a last quarter! What a last quarter! 14 possessions, goal to get them in front. What a man! What a man! No other words there. What a superstar. Is he going to be the Brownlow this year? Who knows? It's going to be a close count, I reckon. Could be. I'm tipping at the moment in the Brownlow. There'll be 2 votes between top 4. So I reckon there'll be a tie in there somewhere and across some of the positions, but it's going to be a very close count, I would think. Zachy Butters, 98. Just keeps going on, but I wish you could just hit the scoreboard a bit more often and lay some more tackles for me. But otherwise, keep doing what you're doing, Zach. These 98s could be a bit more, but 98 is close to 100, so I take that every week. Caleb's wrong, 102. Played very well, apparently. Kicked another goal, apparently. So you keep doing what you're doing, Caleb. You're a superstar over in the West, so very much love having you in my side. Sammy Walsh. This could have been a whole lot more, but you got to take the good with the bad. Hopefully, you can start hitting some more kicks instead of turning over the opposition. So, hopefully, next couple of weeks, we see those scores of instead of 111, 130s, 120s, somewhere around there each and every week for the rest of the year. So, keep doing you, Sammy Walsh. And then on to my boy, Jack Steele. What were you doing in the first quarter, mate? What were you doing? Only one smother for 5 points. Is that all? But then you could say 113 points in 3 quarters is pretty good going. 113 points in 3 quarters. Just let that sink in for you all. So, Steely boy, I hope I see more of those scores for the rest of the year, but because you are bargain value at the moment, bargain value for what you can do. So, keep doing what you're doing, mate, because I think the wheel will turn and you'll start going 120s, 130s, and people want to jump on, but you'll be maxed out of price before everyone knows it, and no one else will be able to get him. So, Steely boy, let's deliver. So, let's deliver a nice 135 against the Suns this week, mate. Very much appreciate that. And then on the flip side, Clary and the D's. 92-point loss to Freo. I never saw this coming. Never saw this coming from Melbourne. Clary, just please pump out some more consistent scores of 110 plus, please. I'm going to keep you for the rest of the year, but man, can you please just do something? Do something. And then on to my rookies of Sullivan, McAuliffe, 61 and 68, you can see there. I'll get on to McAuliffe in a second, but Sully, you were hardly where to see in the last quarter. What were you doing, mate? You could have easily pumped out maybe a 70 to 80, but 61 on debut, I'll take that. I'll play again this week and next, and then look to cash in on your buy. And then as for McAuliffe, man, this could have been a whole lot more. Whole lot more. Only 2 possessions in the second half. 2. Let that sink into you all. It could have gone 80 to 90, but this week against Adelaide, I'm a bit concerned. Team's not been out as yet at the time of recording. Richmond are looking at Bolton, Taranto, and Prestia in this week. Does that flag sub potential to McAuliffe? Does a little bit to me, but I hope he gets another crack at it because you know what Prestia's like. His injury history is disgusting. So I hope for Kano's sake, gets another crack, pumps out at least 2 more good scores for me, and then I'll cash him in 2 weeks. So, Kano, I want to see at least, hopefully, a 75 from you this week, mate. Get it done. And then Tommy Green, obviously had the bye. Jake Rogers didn't play, and Jai Clark got himself suspended the week before, so he didn't play either, as you can see. Nettie Moyle on debut. Wow, what a game. Game of 2 halves for Nettie, I reckon. Started a bit slow, And then I thought he got into the game in the second half. So gets another game this week, as I touched on at the at the at the start in my intro. Um, I hope he goes at least another 85 to 90 this week. Has a nice cash injection, and then I'll look to cash him in next week and take his money and run. So, Netty boy, do what you want. Don't get injured though, even though I'll be trading you next week regardless. But get at least an 85 for me, mate, and other owners out there. Obviously, didn't have Livingston. Livingston was my loophole for Nick Dacos, so thank you, Cohen. I very much appreciate your services this year. And then Marshall, I was a bit nervous. Oh, big eyes. I was very nervous. Copped a head knock late in the game. I'm like, oh gosh, oh gosh, what am I doing? It's going to be missing this week, then plays next week, and then has his bye. It's like, just get up, play on, wave the physios away, give the thumbs up, and watching 7 News last night, so they're all set to go, Marshall. So they said Marshall's all good to go, so that should be good. And hopefully it'll be a good ruck battle between my boys of Moyle and Marshall. So it'll be glass half empty, full cheering, glass half empty cheering for Nettie, and then full steam ahead for Marshall because obviously, as you know, guys, I'm a Saints man. So, but I'm looking forward to the contest between those two. Heaney had the bye, Zorko had the bye, and Flanders. What a man! What a man this year, averaging 117.5 on the year. Oh, can we start him next year, guys? Can we start him next year as a defender? This is something I've been thinking of for the last 3 and a bit weeks since he's gone in this role. Even more. Look at this. Has not gone under the 100 yet. Not one score under the 100. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. So if you don't have Flanders in your side, I don't know what you're doing. Don't know what you're doing. So um, he's going to go seagulling again this week against my boys. So I can easily see another, what are they projecting? 123. I reckon he'll go close to that. And at this early stage, guys, that's what I'm thinking is my VC, or it's either Heaney. Heaney or Flanders is my VC, and I'll touch on my captain choice in a second. Dogger Jackson, hey? 98. 98. What a response after a poorish week against Collingwood the week before. Collingwood? Pretty sure that's right. When they had the draw. 60, what did he score? 67 from memory. So it's loading there now. Yeah, 67 against Collingwood. So what a response. 3 goals, 2. Had 16 or 17 possessions, I believe. So, but Freo just too good against Melbourne, as I touched on before. 92-point win. I didn't see that coming. Definitely didn't. So, Luke Jackson, keep those scores coming. Have a nice rest this week and look to respond for the rest of the year, mate, because you've got a nice, tasty draw coming up, I would think. Dylan Moore, the highlight of my week. The highlight of my week. 169 points for the great man, if you don't mind. 169. 5 goals, 27 possessions, 12 score involvements. Hit Gunston up late to get a goal there, goal assist. Oh, what a man. What a man. He's just going from strength to strength, going super underrated across the competition and even in the Supercoach industry. Like, if you look at his ownership here, guys, across in the top 1%, just quickly, he's going highly under the radar. And people are struggling in their buys of round 14, I don't think many people will be jumping on this week. So, but saying that, that might be a different story. So if I just bring him up here for you all. Bear with me, guys, while I just get this up. So top 1%. 15.1. So looks like the top 1% are jumping on this week. 7.2% change. So that's a huge jump. Nearly half his owners, non-owners, are jumping on this week. Top 5%, 12.8. And then top 10%, I think is a bit less from memory. Looked at this last night, 11.4. Yeah. But then, even if you look across the whole competition, 5.2%. 5.2. Absolute pod. Hawthorn are playing supreme football of late and break even at 47 this week. If you're looking at any options, I would be recommending him, but be prepared for some lower scores and then some ceiling scores as we saw on the weekend. But I'm tipping, as you can see on recent form against the Giants, I'm hoping for a score similar to this or even better, 10 points more than this. So he's got a pretty handy draw coming up. Richmond the week before his bye and then West Coast immediately after his bye. So I think Dylan Moore is a fine option to jump on if you want to jump on this week, guys. So be prepared for some good scores, as I said, and then some poor scores. And then my last player, Jolie Boy. I told DR to get on, and I'm glad he got on. 66 points. Looks to keep in his spot this week, I think. Because news has just come out that Ed Richards is missing another week through concussion. So, and then you had Harms get injured and Vandermeer get injured. So I think that bodes well. Bodes well for Joel's job security. So that should be good. I'm glad I jumped on my boy. So this week, trades, you may ask, what's Binger doing? And a surprising call, might shock you to some, I'm doing nothing this week. Absolutely nothing. Because I'm looking at doing 3 trades next week of Sexton, Moyle, and Rogers, all 3 Suns boys out, to Dunkley, who will finish off my midfield nicely, and 2 mid-season draftees. So that's what I'm looking there. And the week after, Sullivan, McAuliffe, and Joel out. This is round 15. For Gorn and another 2 mid-season draftees. So then that's my ruck line done. And then in round 16, I'll look to part ways with Bruce and Jai Clark to Isaac Rankin and another mid-season draftee. So my side at the end of the year, just quickly, guys, will be Dacos, Ryan, Houston, McGovern, Young, Sheasel, Bont, Butters, Sarong, Walsh, Steele, Oliver, Green, Dunkley, Marshall, Gorn, Heaney, Zorko, Flanders, Jackson, Moore, and Rankin. So I'll have 5 trades left. And I'm hoping that side can surge me up the ranks. Surge. Otherwise, I'll show you what my side will be looking like this week. So we'll bring on Sheasel. And just quickly, guys, I don't like the optimize feature, so that's why I'm going to just do it one by one, because I found that optimizer can ruin some sides. So I'll just rather doing it one by one. Tom Green, on you come, mate. For Caleb Tarong. Zach Butters, off you come, mate. Have rest. For Joe Clark. Where are we? And Jackson can come off, and Brucey Boy can come on. So as you can see, guys, I'll just quickly show you this. So it'll be either Flanders or Heaney VC. I'm thinking Heaney at the moment, but I'm definitely thinking Flanders can go huge against us. And that will be into Nick. So we'll just get Marshall on here. Take the emergency off Livingston. So as you can see, guys, I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4. Full midfield, 12. 2 rucks, 14. And a full forward line, 20. So I had 20 play last week, 20 this week. So I'm holding up well. And what's Supercoach saying? 1949. I think that's a bit unders if I projected, but time will tell, I suppose. But I never look into the projected scores as much. They're just a grain of salt. So, as I said, no trades this week. 3 trades next week. 3 trades in the week after. 2 trades, and team will be complete by round 16. So that's my round 12 review, and a look into round 13 this week, guys. So stick around, because there might be further Saint Binger Supercoach action just around the corner. Cheers, guys.